And good evening from Belleville West High School. This is the IHSA 4A Regional Semifinal, and this is Blue Devil basketball. And good evening. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for tonight's action here, starting up the postseason play. The Blue Devils come in 27-3 on the season. They're taking on O'Fallon Panthers. They're 9-21. Earlier this season, on December 28th, the second round of the Collinsville tournament, Quincy played O'Fallon. After one quarter, it was 21-11. Halftime, 37-24. Third quarter, 54-36. And the final, 67-44. Blue Devils with the win. Thomas Aloncourt had 16 in that game. Clay with 11. On the other side, Eric Swartz Jr. with 11. And Ben Acaro with 11 as well. That was a long time ago, a couple months ago. And now we come into the postseason play here at Belleville West. And with me as well, Coach Pettit. And Coach, every game is important, and you can't overlook anybody.
Well, yeah, you got to sit there and, take care of business, like we've been talking about all year. Against this team, if I remember right, the big kid in the middle is pretty good. But, other than that, Dancy's pretty good. But Coro's the kid, in the middle, that if you stop him and slow him down, you'll be in good shape.
We got out-rebounded at Collinsville, 28-25 in that game, but it was a big victory out there. As we said earlier, they're winning 67-44. Pre-game show here. We did not get Coach beforehand. They showed up and just walked onto the floor. First time we got a look at him before, so when we come back, Coach Pettit and I will break this one down, talk about the postseason, what's happening tonight. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And welcome back to Belleville West as we're getting ready for the game. It went up quick there. Nobody was in the gym. All of a sudden, time went up on the clock. Both teams showed up. Before you know it, it's ready for game time out here. So 6 o'clock game, of course, is our Blue Devils taking on the Panthers of O'Fallon. The nightcap then is Belleville West hosting Belleville East. Belleville East is the higher seed.
Belleville East, we saw them down at the Collinsville, Christmas tournament. They were a good-looking, athletic, get-in-your-face team. So I don't know, but we're playing here at Belleville West. Well, Belleville East, Belleville West playing each other. This place will probably get a little more filled up, before this thing starts. But, it's going to be a tough test, and then – gosh, you got Rocky or Moline and Normal Community coming down on the other side.
Well, the actual other side first, our other side of the bracket, Edwardsville, the number 2 seed, has Granite City, number 8, tonight at 6 o'clock. And then at 7:30, Alton plays Collinsville. That's our section. But, as you mentioned, Coach, up in Wharton Fieldhouse, that's where the other set, they will come down for the Collinsville sectional. Rocky plays Pekin tonight, started off, and then Moline, East Moline at 7:30. And, of course, East Moline won that one the other night in the ball game. I don't expect Moline to have that big of a – no, I won't say big of a problem, but it won't be like the other night. I got a feeling that they will take care of their own business tonight as well.
Where was that game at, though?
I don't even remember, Coach.
East Moline's a team to be reckoned with. If you don't play your best, they're going to give you a heck of a battle.
Indeed. Hey, it's the pregame show right here on mechasportsco.com. Wellman and Pettit. Should be a lot of fun. By the way, we also are video both games down here, and we've already been approved, us and the other guys, the other guys. That's Will Farrell and Mark Wahlberg, too. I'm going to start calling Brock Will Farrell then. Collinsville, sectionals will be all right, too. So not until the super sectionals will be audio only. And so looking good there. We'll be on video, and you'll be able to watch us here. And then you'll be able to catch us afterwards as well. Hey, let's take a break. When we come back, more talk about this ball game. And its talk time is over, actually, as it's time to take care of business. That's Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecha Sports Co. Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7775. Go Devils. This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
And welcome back to Belleville West. It's hard to believe that we're at this stage already, Coach. And first of all, let's congratulate the Quincy High Blue Devils from the girls' side as they finished 20-11. They got their third 20-game season in a row. Had a nice victory against Edwardsville in the first round. I believe we beat Collinsville a year or two ago in the first round as well. And then ran into a buzzsaw called Alton, and they are 6'3", 6'2" in the bigs. And then they got a nice guard outside and a couple of fill. Watch for them. And they did win against O'Fallon last night, so they did win their regional, and they'll be getting ready for the sectional, their own sectional as well.
Well, and you know, down there out of that regional has come, what, 2 of the last 3 state champions in 4A, you know, with Alton and O'Fallon. So that's one of those regionals. You need to prepare for that and get ready and, you know, shoot and battle your way to get out of that, and then you may have a chance to go somewhere.
And, of course, coaches' comments. That's Coach Pettit and Coach Wellman today, as all coaches, including Coach Douglas. Brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. And they have got their lot worked on. They're almost done with their building, which added more of their service to everybody out there, and have done a great job out there. I'm actually stopping by out there tomorrow. I think it's oil change time and all that good stuff. And,
well, we put a lot of miles on the car.
More than
Sorry,
last year.
guys.
And actually, that's been a great thing. And I tried to reach Micah on the road today, but they were kind of busy there. So I'll check in tomorrow. And but we appreciate the Honda. And actually, great job all season. We loved that last year as well. And everything they do out there. In fact, I think they will have the new ad back on. It's not the audio, but it's just the one about putting the, what is it? The fun in refund. There you go. The fun in refund. So that'll be on before you know it out here. Well, coaches, we get ready, and we're wearing our home white. By the way, we've made the comment, the 3 losses this season have all been wearing the black uniforms. So the thought would be coming into the postseason, box them up, put them in a closet, don't get them out till after state tournament.
Well,
I know they want to win with them.
Well, I'm superstitious, but you know what I mean? If you have to wear them again, you know, God bless. Let's get after it. And, you know, let's do what we do. You know, that's the bottom line.
And we get ready for the starting lineup here. And, of course, our starting lineup is brought to you by Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered from head to toe. As the announcements here before the ball game, we'll have the national anthem. Then we'll have our starting lineups. Quincy's got a good contingency here. O'Fallon on the other side. I think we've got them beat. And as they go to the national anthems, we'll take our break with the starting lineups. And our message from Blessing, we've got you covered from head to tail.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And our national anthem's in the book. Plenty of banners up there on that wall, as you'll see on the left side of your screen. And on the far left, you will not see, just under the scoreboard to the left, is the banner of E.J. Liddell. E.J. was a pretty good stud here and went on to Ohio State. Is he playing in the NBA now, Coach?
I believe so.
Quite a player. Visiting team, of course, is going to be the Panthers from O'Fallon. They come in 9-21, averaging 50 points a game, giving up 53.3. They'll be in their road black trimmed in gold. And they'll start off with Andre Stanley. He'll wear number 3. See, I saw Swartz started. Number 10, Brennan Hunter. Number 12, Nate Smith. The big man inside, number 30, Ben Acaro. And Jaden Dancy, number 31, rounding out the starting lineup for the Panthers. Ryan Muniz, the head coach. And by the way, the athletic director here is Joe Muniz. I don't think any relation. As we mentioned, the Devils won earlier this season at Collinsville in that game 67-44. And now your starting lineup for your Blue Devils, they're in their home white trimmed in blue. And the Devils will start their senior starters as always. Number 5, Cameron Wires at the point. Bradley Longcore the third, second leading scorer all time. Number 12, Dom Clay getting real close to 1,000. He'll wear number 14. Mark Louthan, number 20 inside, doing all the dirty work. And the big man inside, Keyshawn Thomas, number 42. Coaching the Blue Devils, of course, Andy Douglas, assisted by Bruce Bonas, Ryan Brown, and Jeff Obert. And there's your lineup for the Devils. All right, Coach, what's the key to the game to start this one off?
Well, we got to get out there on the defensive end, push the ball up, get our steals, and then go, on transition offense, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and finish it off. When we get set up, last time, we didn't get the ball so much in the paint and then kick out. Have to set the ball up, you drive, kick it inside, or you drive, and get it, in the paint and then kick it out for the wide open 3 looks. I think we shoot a much better percentage when we do that.
And we did mention Keyshawn and Bradley both had 16 the last game. So I got to say, Keyshawn, and again, knowing these guys are more athletic and not more athletic than us, but they're more athletic than they are big guys that can play inside. With that being the case, then take it inside first till they stop Keyshawn. Then you make your move after that.
Well, you've got to start there first. You know what I mean? Get the ball inside, and then, once they stop inside, they're going to have to bring 2 or 3 to stop Keyshawn, and then you kick it out, and he's a very unselfish player, so he will pass the ball out.
Louthan loses the trip to Dancy. So it'll be the Panthers basketball to start this thing off. Man-to-man coming from the Blue Devils. Back to the top of the key is Nate Smith. Ball over to the left side. Okuro. Movement all to that side. Screens away. Back to the top of the key. Very patient are the Panthers. Okuro. Pass over to the right side.
Blue Devils out their man with Keyshawn out on the Okuro.
Drop it down the left. On the block. Back out. Quickly around the outside. Back to the left corner. Shot from 3. Good. Opening up the game is Dancy with a 3-pointer from the left corner. 3-0 Panthers.
I thought that was a good challenge by BL3.
Into the block. Kicks it back out high. Louthan's 3. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound Okuro. Ben brings it up down the right side. Keyshawn's on him. Skips over left side. Dancy into the left corner.
Nobody on the glass on the last possession.
At the point. Wires. Guarding Hunter. Right corner. Okuro steps back behind the screen. Thomas has him. Spin and move to the hole. And good. Okuro makes a real nice move there and soft one off the glass. It's 5-0 O'Fallon in the half-court set. So glad you're with us here tonight for the broadcast. Stick with us for the whole postseason. We'll have video for everything here and everything in Collinsville if we get that far, or when we get that far. Thomas at the top. Okuro guards him. Around the perimeter. Pop it out the right wing. Clay was asking for the ball. Wires. Okuro came up, pick him up. Got a disadvantage inside, or advantage for the Devils. BL3 starts to make a drive and knocked out of bounds. Weak side help. That was Dancy. Luckily, Dancy was there and the ball rolled off him. Blue Devil basketball. Dom Clay to trigger it. We go out to the top of the key to Mark Louthan. Almost stepped on the line and made it of. The official wasn't out there in time. Cameron Wires.
That was close.
And from where we're at, we didn't have a very good angle either. Wires starts to go baseline. And as he starts to get bumped, dribbles off his ankle, and it'll be O'Fallon basketball. 5:59 left, first quarter action. Here comes the 1-2-2, three-quarter court from the Devils.
Well, and that's the one thing, when you get into playoff basketball, it gets a little more physical. So you better be ready to come and bring it.
In the half-court set, O'Fallon beats it. Setting up their offense, Okuro off the right side. Dom Clay has him now. Spin move. Lost it for a moment. Ball's on the floor, and we got 2 Blue Devils down there. Keyshawn hit the floor. Mark Louthan as well. That's a jump ball. Panthers got the first. This one goes to the Blue Devils.
Dom Clay did a good job of getting his finger in there, tipping it away, and making it a scrum, down there on the floor, which, got us a jump ball, and the, Blue Devils get it.
Keyshawn, 3-point behind. Right side, BL3. BL3 with the screen roll, wasn't there. Bradley's looking, comes right side to Dom for 24. No good, rolls in and out. Keyshawn kept it alive twice. Keyshawn takes it to the hole. Keyshawn, count it! And we might have a blue collar here. Keyshawn got the big rebound as he tipped it twice to himself, went strong to the hole. Help came a little late, and we got our first basket and an and one.
He's going to have the opportunity for the blue collar 3. So, that's all you can ask for. Great job on the effort end, on the offensive glass by Keyshawn.
First foul of the game goes against Andre Stanley for O'Fallon. 5:14 left in the quarter. No good. So it's no good and a lane violation, so that's kind of insult to injury. It doesn't matter. It didn't go in.
Well, Keyshawn, straight up and down. You don't lean forward or lean backwards. Straight up and down, on that free throw.
Devils back to the 1-2-2, three-quarter court. Wires at that point. Longcore and Clay at the next tier. O'Fallon in the half-court set will bring it back out to the top. Okuro quickly goes over to Stanley on the right. Stanley hands the ball off there. Brenton Hunter. Hunter started to make a drive, comes back out. 21-footer, good. 21-footer, good by Jaden Dancy, his second of the ball game. And it's 8-2, O'Fallon with a lead. BL3 in the right corner, hesitates, drops it off to the short corner. That's Keyshawn. Keyshawn working to get in. Good spin move there. And another foul. That'll be the second foul against Andre Stanley. So Stanley will probably get down, sit in a little while. Keyshawn will go to the line to shoot 2. I think, Coach, you just keep going down there, his strength. You keep going, and Keyshawn needs to realize Once he gets it, instead of trying to maybe work too hard, kick it back out, reposition, get the ball back.
Yeah, well, like I say, they don't need to. They don't have anybody who can guard him. So keep throwing it down there, If it's one-on-one, Keyshawn go to work. You know what I mean? And until they bring two, when they bring two, somebody's going to be open, out at the three-point line. Then you kick it out for the wide-open looks. And, what they have in the ball game now, everybody else can hit the three.
1 for 2. Eddie Jackson comes in for Stanley. Devils drop back in their 1-2-2 with Clay at the point. Jackson had the ball. Ball 2 passes later. 24-footer from the right side. No good. Thomas with a great rebound. Keyshawn big on that one. Outlets to Longcore down the right side. Longcore crossover dribble. Longcore pulls up in the short corner. Oh, 360 around the rim and it popped out. Dom Clay with the outlet steal though. Into Bradley. Good. Dom Clay with the steal. Dom with the assist. BL3 gets the bucket on the lay-in.
Once again, the defensive pressure with the length, proving very, very fruitful.
8-5 right now
for the Devils.
O'Fallon with the lead. First foul against the Devils. Cameron Wires in the half-court set. 2 on O'Fallon, 1 on the Blue Devils. 3:52 left in the first quarter action. Lots of burgundy in this place. Of course, that's that's Maroons.
BW, I think Farmer and them went to East, if I'm not mistaken. Farmer and Stady.
By the way, those are guys from Westland way back when in Coach Pettit's era. Devils in the man-to-man. Wires doing a great job out there on Hunter. Then it's tipped away. Good job by Keyshawn. Here we got a 3-on-1 break. Into Dom. Dom, layup, no good. Keyshawn gets the rebound. Keyshawn, no good. 2 looks at the basket. Keyshawn comes up a little limp. Other end. Oh, Curl had it knocked away by BL3. West is having a heck of a time, or O'Fallon having a heck of a time. Keyshawn finally made it down the court, and he gets the rebound.
Good job being active with the hands, deflecting balls, making the possession tough.
Little head fake and a shot by BL3 from 3, no good. Rebound O'Fallon. O'Fallon back in the half-court set. Dancy with the basketball. 35, almost a half court.
The Devils want to pick up the pace here. You know what I mean? Get out, pressure the ball, and get an up and down game with, Belleville West.
Smith with the ball off the right side on the corner. 2 passes, a curl. A curl had a lane to drive to the basket. I don't know if Keyshawn closed it down or if he just decided to back it out. A curl with the dribble goes right side. Man-to-man still coming from the Blue Devils.
I mean, let's face it, 8-5 with 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. I'd be happier than all get out if I was Belleville West.
Dancy pulls up for a little 12-footer. He's got 8 points right now, and it's 10-5 O'Fallon. Right side, Dom Clay, 3. Dom hits the 3 off the right side. Everybody drop back, and of course that's brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. 10-8, Devils down by 2.
Actually, that was Wires who hit that one.
Oh, did he really? Sorry, Coach. I had Dom up there holding up the 3-hand as I looked down. Okoro misses the shot.
Another rebound by Key.
In transition, half-court set. Top of the key, BL3 working. Kicks it in the left corner. Louthan passed up the 3. Here's a pass on a drive, and count it. Keyshawn got the pass. Louthan came baseline. Help came. He dropped a short little pass down there to Keyshawn, went strong. We're back at the line for another blue-collar attempt.
Well, great hands by Keyshawn and a good, strong finish. And you get him the ball down there. There's not too many people in the state that are going to stop him, when you get the ball right there.
Substitution, Dancy comes out. Sutton Massey comes in, number 32 for the Panthers. 1:47 left, first quarter, 11-10. Devils take the lead on the blue-collar 3 with 1:47. And, of course, that blue-collar 3 brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com.
Blue Devils in a 1-3-1 now. Just kind of trying to slow things down, get their hands on a couple passes and, make it tough for them.
Milton Whitfield checked in for Louthan. He's at the point of the 1-3-1.
Good job by Wires getting out to the corner.
4 passes on the perimeter. Eddie Jackson has a curl right in the basket. Wires is the guy that stops him. It comes back. Jackson's shot no good. Rebounded BL3. Here come the Devils. Cameron passes up the 3, gets it to Dom. Dom goes down in the short corner. There's the help. Good job, Whitfield. Oh, great pass in. Double team came across. Keyshawn just looked over the side, over his shoulder, and Whitfield, the pass, the assist, and the easy layup.
Well, that's what we were talking about. Keyshawn gets the ball down under the block. They double team. He makes the good passes.
13-10.
And that was a great one right there.
Devils with the lead. That was wide open, too. Drive, kicks it back out to Curl. 16-foot, he passes it up. Ball act on Jackson. Jackson's on the right side. We're running that 1-3-1. Keyshawn, ball goes inside, takes it away. It's on the floor. Whitfield took it away. In transition, and a great pass. Right. Whitfield took it away. Ball went down the left side. BL3 for the assist, and you get Keyshawn on the move, and we got a 10-point run and a 5-point lead, 15-10.
Almost another steal.
Dom had it. Everybody broke for the layup, and a Curl dunks the ball.
Well, yeah, Dom got his hand on it. Everybody else like, yeah, I'm going to go. I want to dunk on the other end. And they forgot about saying, make sure we got the ball first.
Well, then a Curl was the only guy there, and on the way to the basket, he got the dunk. 15-12. Devils with the lead. 10 seconds left in the quarter. BL3 starts to drive. Pulls up and fades. No good. Inside Keyshawn. Keyshawn being held inside. That's Hunter. His first. The third foul against Belleville West with 3.6 seconds. Keyshawn to head to the line for foul shots number 5 and 6.
Keyshawn's been a beast, this first quarter, on the glass, both offensively and defensively.
Well, I love the one time he got all the way down and got after he was down here limping for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Then the next time everybody was down, finally when he made it down the court, BL3 said, hey, if you're going to hustle down the court, here's an assist for a layup. Jarius Rice Jr. checks into the ball game. 2 guys on the lane.
Well, let's just watch him, see if he stays on the line here. Hey, because when he does, it's a good-looking I'll take that.
1 for 2 from Keyshawn. 3 seconds left. And Dom steals it, shoots it, but it was after the buzzer, almost makes a bank shot. We played 1 quarter regional semifinal. It's the Quincy Blue Devils 16, the O'Fallon Panthers 12. Back with second quarter action on mechasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to Belleville West. Wellman and Pettit. 1 quarter's in the books. O'Fallon started this thing off with the first 5 points. 3-pointer there by Dancy. Then the bucket by Curl. Devils got a bucket. It was Thomas without completing the 3-point play. The blue-collar way. Next 8-2. Devils came back with a free throw and a bucket, made it 8-5. O'Fallon made it 10-5, and that's when the Devils went on a 10-point run to get up 15-10. Trade a basket and a free throw, and 16-12 after 1 quarter. And really, in the first feeling out, I guess, even though you've played these guys before, not a bad quarter. You're up, early, and that's always a key.
Well, it's all about adjustments. First quarter, second quarter, possession by possession, once you get down, into, third, fourth quarter. But, it's making adjustments and, executing.
Panthers had the basketball to start the second quarter off. Working right to left. Left side, pass was too high, out of bounds. Eddie Jackson had it just briefly. Eddie Jackson in there with Ben Akuro still. Jaden Dancy. Brenton Hunter. And looking for my other guy there. Sean Massey stays in the ball game as well. For the Devils, Milton Whitfield. Here's a lob. It goes in the high post to Keyshawn Thomas. He turned around and tried to lob it to BL3. That's 3 of our players. It goes out of bounds. Dom Clay and Jarius Rice Jr. That's your 5 for the second quarter. 30 seconds in.
Good set play, but a little bit off on the pass.
16-12, 5-point lead. Devils back man-to-man. Dom Clay on Massey. Comes back out to Dancy. To Massey. Left side to Hunter, being guarded by Rice. Jarius shut it down. Hunter had him beat for a quick second, and that was about all. Ball works around to the right corner. Massey back out to Okuro. Okuro had 4 in the first quarter. Dancy was the main guy with his 2 3-pointers and a bucket with 8. Okuro got stopped there by Thomas. Out to Massey. Massey drills a 3-pointer from outside. Thought we had help out there, and it's 16-15 Blue Devils.
Well, he was out there NBA 3 range, and we kind of stepped back a little bit, and now we know you got to get out on it.
BL3 with the drive and the scoop, no good. Okuro got the rebound for O'Fallon. Pass taken away by Dom Clay. Here comes Clay. 3-on-2, 3-on-3. Clay says, I pull. 3-pointer, no good. Keyshawn, another tip and a rebound. And then they call him for traveling, trying to pivot out of the double team. Not real sure about that, but I'll tell you, Keyshawn not only getting the boards, but when he can't get to them, he's tipping them out to himself, which is awesome.
Well, all you got to do is get your fingertip on any offensive rebound, and tap it somewhere else and redirect it. And you've got an opportunity to take it and go.
We've talked about that with a lot of those really talented teams that come in, the traveling teams. They do that just because they got so much talent just to keep the ball on the board. Okuro pulls up, 14-footer, no good. Good defense there by Keyshawn.
Oh, yeah, getting his body into him and slowing him down.
BL3, top key. Jarius starts the drive from the right side. Nice shuffle there. Give the assist. And here comes another free throw and a possible blue-collar 3. Thomas gets the bucket. Give the assist to Rice. And I tell you what, they're doing such a good job of bringing the guy to him and little shuffle pass. That was right around the waist for the easy bucket.
Well, you got the pick and roll and driving and, making sure. And, Keyshawn's got such great hands. Ball gets near him. He's going to catch it and put it in.
Ben Okuro, the foul, his first. First of the second quarter. Keyshawn hits this one. And that's a blue-collar 3. And like all threes, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Stop by and see Kevin today. Somebody said they hadn't seen Dink in a while. Stop by and see him as well. 5:55 left in the first half, 19-15, Blue Devils with the lead. Eddie Jackson for O'Fallon passes it over to Hunter. Hunter being worked on with Rice. Rice almost couldn't get close enough because Hunter had his arm out and leading with his arm. Jarius commits the foul, his first. Devils first of the quarter. Cameron Wires comes back in, gives Dom Clay a break. On the other side, Nate Smith, the starter, comes in. And he gives Brenton Hunter a break on that side.
Well, and the farther we go, in the playoffs, that will be allowed. What he just did. Regionals,
Left side shot from 3, no good. Taken by Smith. Rebounded by the Devils. Cam Wires, 2-guard front outside with BL3. Right wing, Whitfield. Going down to the right short corner was Wires. Came back out to Whitfield. Looked at it, decided not. BL3 with a dribble. Left wing. 4 in the perimeter. Keyshawn's inside. Ball to the right side. Keyshawn was looking big. Oh, they had that high-low pass from Rice to Thomas. Passed it up. There we go. Clear out Whitfield. Okuro is going to front Keyshawn. BL3 starts the drive. Gets it back out to Wires. Good patience coming from the Blue Devils here. Wires on Massey. Pulls up 15-footer. No good. Nobody on the rebound for the Devils on that one. Whitfield was down below the paint. Rice was kind of there. And here's Okuro for O'Fallon. 19-15 still. Second quarter action. Devils with the lead. Massey, right side, Okuro. Okuro faces up on Thomas. Thomas bodies up. Oh, does a great job. Doesn't let Okuro make it to the basket at all. And Okuro early was making some nice spin moves. He's not getting even to a point where he can get a spin.
Well, Keyshawn's done such a good job moving his feet here, this year, and using his body, to slow attackers down.
Cameron Wires, his second foul. Hand check out high. Second foul against the Devils. Dom Clay's in, giving Keyshawn a break. Rice is out as well. So you've got Wires, Whitfield, Clay, Rico Clay Jr. in the game now, and BL3 for the Devils. High post, actually at the top of the key is Okuro. Ball goes to Massey in the right corner. Massey brings it out high. Devils stand man-to-man.
This is your energy squad in on the defense. Getting after it, and going.
Okuro had to battle Thomas. Now he's going to have to battle Whitfield. A little smaller, but just as strong. And there's a travel out there. He's working against Whitfield. Whitfield ain't giving him anything, and a curl made his move before he dribbled. Turnover, O'Fallon. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. That's to halftime as well. I had to readjust there after those junior high games when we had 6-minute quarters. Right side, BL3. Good! Bradley Loncourt hits a three-pointer off the right side. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. 22-15 Devils. Driving baseline. Rico's going to get called for the foul.
You got to cut that baseline off and square them up and make them turn and go the other way.
Rico gets called for the foul, his first. Actually, Dom gets called for the foul. I didn't think you could tell one throw a little bit better than the other. So we'll give that one to Dom on this. It'll be Panthers basketball. A curl working against Whitfield off the left side. Brings it back out. Whitfield doing a good job. Eddie Jackson now. Wires on him. Massey. Pass into the corner. Back to the top, Eddie Jackson. Wire stays with him. There's a backdoor cut. Nate Smith, a good spin move. Good pass, and the ball almost was thrown away. So when Nate made that spin move, it came right into where he was going. 22-17. Devils with the ball on the left block. BL3 pushes it out to the left corner. Cam Wires misses the shot, had a good look. That close, though, you almost go, Bradley, shoot it. You're 4 feet away.
Well, yeah.
A curl, left baseline. Clay flew over him. Just enough defense. Weak side rebound. Goes to Quincy High. Inside 3 minutes. BL3 hesitates. Changes gears. Down on the block. Kicks it back out to Whitfield. Let's reset. Bradley now with the basketball off the left side. He moves Whitfield out.
Good patience by the Blue Devils.
Stepping up to get the ball is Rico. To Dom. Right wing. Uses a couple screens. Oh, there's the pick and roll. That's a sweet one.
Oh.
Dom did the bounce pass. Rico had it, missed it. But then on the outlet pass, BL3 with a steal. His three no good. Long rebound, weak side. Rico to Whitfield. Whitfield was surprised he was wide open. Whitfield made a turn to the basket. Nobody was there. Now some help came.
Well, let me think about it. Should I go or go?
Should I stay or should I go?
Yeah.
There you go. 2:23 left in the first half. Devils lead 24-17. Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Welcome back to Belleville West. Wellman and Pettit here for the regional semifinal. Our first round, though, and that's what happens when you have 8 teams. If there were more, then you might have a quarterfinal. Some did start playing. I was amazed at number of teams up there. Somebody had said Pecatonica had to play a play-in game as good as they were.
Oh, no. 1A side, you have more schools at the 1A side than the 4A. You know, big time. You know, and they had a play-in, but it was, I think 79-18 or
wasn't much.
Something like that.
And we'll try to get some of the scores throughout the game. Of course, our biggest problem, a lot of times is they don't get posted in time.
No.
You almost need a network of people calling and texting you directly because Max Prep and all of them do a great job. But unless you're at the gymnasium, you usually don't get the scores. Approaching 2 minutes left in the half. O'Fallon has the basketball. Quincy has the lead, 24-17. On the left side, Akuro made a cut.
This is a big 2 minutes here. If they can go on like a 7-0 run, there we go. Oh.
Wires got the steal, then slipped right in front of the table, about where everybody sits as they wait to get in, probably sweating and sitting there. But also the logo was right there, too. Either way.
Well, like I was saying, this last 2 minutes, if they go on a 7-0 run or, 9-2 run, something like that, and build the lead up, to 14 or whatever, and come out and, start out second half, with another 7-0 run, and put this team away.
Ended beginning of quarter, and look at that in the backcourt. A unforced turnover, Brenton Hunter for O'Fallon. he was in the backcourt and decided, again, make the move before I dribble, and that's traveling. So Devils will have the ball 1 tick under 2 minutes. That's 1:59. Wires, Clay squared, BL3, and Keyshawn Thomas. Keyshawn set a screen
right there,
right inside it.
That's where we need to go.
And they're going to call it traveling on that. Great post move.
I didn't see that.
Keyshawn made the move and had to wait for a curl to fly by him. Kept his pivot foot down. And, of course, if you want to watch that tomorrow or later tonight, you'll be able to watch it right here, and you make the call.
Goodness.
Back over to Fallon.
Sorry.
In the set, Hunter all the way down. Drops it down in the corner. Good help on the weak side on that one. As a curl, I believe it was. No, it was actually Nate Smith was under the basket. Pass went to him. Good foul because it was going to be point blank, high percentage. Put him on the line. Let's see if make one from there. For Bradley, his first foul. For the Devils, our 4th in the second quarter. One on the other side for Belleville West.
Love that defensive mentality. You know, you're not going to get an easy one out here against us. I don't care what. You know, you have to earn it.
I thought Nakuro was down there, who has more height. And Nate Smith misses the first one. So with 1:41 left in the quarter, Mark Louthan checked back in. So Louthan and Thomas on the low blocks. Clay, that's Dom, and BL3 is also on the lane. Cameron behind the arc. 0 for 2. Louthan gets the rebound. There you go. That's when it's an advantage right there.
Big time.
Wires across the timeline. Keyshawn the pass over the left wing. Dom Clay. Louthan pops up. Exchange goes to Wires on the right side.
There you go.
Lob inside. Wow, Keyshawn got that. I thought it was going to go out of bounds. Keyshawn's dribble jumped up, though, and taking that ball away was Hunter. On the other end, shot was taken away. And I believe after he took the ball away, BL3 might have stepped on the line on that far end. So with 1:18 left, you're just about ready to head the other direction. And it's like, don't be in a big hurry here. Straight line on the out-of-bounds play.
I think they need to do a better job on the offensive end, setting that up, taking your time, being a little more patient, you know, on the inbounds pass.
A curl from the short corner. Tried to go one-on-one. Keyshawn stopped him.
That wasn't going to work.
A curl had to throw it back out on the perimeter. Approaching 1 minute left in the quarter. Hunter left side to a curl. Thomas still guarding him. He'll hand the ball off to Nate Smith. Still man-to-man coming from the Devils. Down to 56 seconds and counting. Devils got no problem. They got the 7-point lead here. Hunter, 35 feet from the basket. A curl at the top. Nobody doing any movement, so I imagine they're just trying to kill clock and go for one shot.
Well, to be honest with you, Fallon, if they can make a 3 now and be down 4 going in at half, they're going to be happy.
Down to 30 seconds left. Devils still playing good D.
Or
actually, Keyshawn, really.
Well, or a 2, either way. Fallon's got to be happy.
Pass almost got by Massey over on the other side. Came right back to Okuro, who stands in the center, the BW. Down to 14 seconds. Okuro trying to do something. One-on-one. Thomas is there. Screen coming up. Good help. BL3. Okuro lost the hand on the ball and travels, falling backwards. BL3 came flying over the top. Keyshawn held his ground. That's a really good, well-thought-out 45 seconds and waste of time.
Well, yeah, and now we got 5.1. Get the ball, get down, get a shot up. Is all you can do.
Get it in the front court, not the back either, please. There's BL3 at half
right
court.
There is good.
Bradley pulls up, 16-footer, good. Yep. One-on-one. Bradley Longcore hits the last shot of the first half. And that's how we go in, 26-17.
Yep. Yeah, now what I was looking at, the 7-point run, but, we didn't give them any. They tried to stall it out, put the pressure on, got the ball back, made the last shot at the buzzer, with a good pull-up by BL3.
Not a high-scoring second quarter, but the advantage was Devils 10, O'Fallon 5. So you've got to say, first of all, we doubled them, and we only gave up 5 points in a quarter. That's pretty good stuff.
Well, you got 17 at the half, so, you're on pace to give them 34. And what I always say is, if you give them 10 a quarter, you need to be able to outscore them. And I think this team, is high-powered enough with as many weapons as they have to score more than 10 points per quarter.
Indeed, halftime here at Belleville West. First round of the playoffs, got to love it. Blue Devils 26, Panthers 17. We're back with more halftime stuff right here on mechasportsco.com.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And it's halftime here at Belleville West, first round of the playoffs. Got to love the start here. It's only 26-17, but it started off O'Fallon 5-0. O'Fallon got up 8-2. O'Fallon was up 10-5, and that's when the Devils went on a 10-point run, turned the tables, made it 15-10, and after one quarter, it was 16-12 after that free throw Keyshawn had. Keyshawn spent some time there at the free throw line in the first. Second quarter, after giving the three-pointer up by Massey, yes, it was Massey. It was 16-15. Devils ran out 6, 22-15, gave up a basket, and then scored the last 4 to build the lead to 9, 26-17. As we said right before we break, anytime you give up 17 points and a half, 5 points and a quarter, the defensive side is doing pretty dang good.
Well, especially when you start out, being down 8-2, when you look at that, you've only given them 9 points, probably in a quarter and a half. That's very, very good defense. And if you keep that defensive pressure up, for the next 2 quarters, I think you'll be fine. But it's one of those things. Offensively, we got to open it up a little bit. Make sure that we're getting the the defensive stops, getting our fingertips on the ball. That we're going down and pushing it, on our fast break and our secondary fast break and getting the wide open looks.
Keyshawn, of course, leading the way inside. Keyshawn has taken 3 blue-collar threes. He is 2 for 3 on those, as he is 4 for 7 from the charity stripe. He has those 4 buckets, so 2, 4, 6, 8. 12 points in the first half. BO3 has 7. Whitfield has 4 and 3 by wire, so not a lot of high-powered offense. And on the other side, Dancy hit those first 2 threes, and Massey hit 1 in the second quarter. Outside of those threes, and actually after Dancy's first 2, we've recovered a lot better on defense.
Yeah, and I think coaches realize that they don't have anybody underneath the basket that can guard Key. So let's feed him the ball. And when they start double teaming, that's when they've kicked out and had the wide open 3 looks, or the good, wide open 2 looks, and go from there. So, I think you need to feed Keyshawn and keep feeding him, until they stop it, because, they haven't done it, so far in the first half.
Indeed, Keyshawn being strong inside. As we came into that, normally we don't, I don't give you how many points per game each guy has each game, because it pretty well stays the same. But as we break down the regular season there, Bradley ended up with a 17-3 average on the season. He's got 1,868 points. That puts him in number 2. And, of course, Bruce has got 20-40. So do the math there. You've got 172 points. Boom, there you go. To
in
go.
7 games.
Yep, so you're going to have
You know, and that's getting to the state championship game.
Indeed, there.
Or to the third place game, either or. But, yeah, you've got a lot of points to get.
Keyshawn's averaging 14.4 a game on the season. He's got 13.82. I have not seen where he's at. I believe, don't quote me on this right now, but I believe Keith Douglas is next at 14.25. I believe he is the next one that he's going to face. And then Dom Clay, the last we had him, of course, he's averaging pretty well 12 points a game. It's 11.9. But 9.37 is what I had last. I'm waiting for confirmation. I shed it out to a couple of our guys there to let me know if I'm on track or if we're off a couple points there.
Well, and that's something else. They have 3 different, 1,000-point scorers, in the same class. I don't think that's ever been done. Please let me know if it has been.
And it really comes into line with the, when Keyshawn was going for the all-time rebounding, trying to pass up Michael Payne. We talked about that. We said, but look, Payne is up there with over 700 rebounds, but also you had Bruce and Dennis up there as well. So those guys in that 3-year span were all sharing the rebounds. And so, you're talking about 2,100 rebounds over those that were, Keyshawn has battled some of our guys as well, but that's where this group, maybe with 3 1,000-point scorers in the same class, because obviously Payne was 81, Bruce is 82, and Dennis is 83, and Bruner says he ain't that high. And, of course, we know that back in our day as well. Although, I saw
I was like 91.
I think I saw. I think I saw too where they were talking about Wisman, and of course the old picture with Indiana showed up, and Jim had 3 good years. You got to remember he started his off passing the ball to Larry Moore, and so in that year, and then you've got Spear the next year, Bob Spear in that group that only lost 1 game all year long. So a lot of good years. I love it when they start piecing together which era, and where, and it's so fun to talk about it because that means we're remembering teams from certain eras, how well they played, certain games and all that. Almost impossible, though, to pick, an era and say, these guys are better than these guys.
Well, when you go with groups, of 3, I don't see a group of 3 in the same class, that's ever gone through Quincy High School, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, just some good stuff up there. And it gives everybody a chance to debate that. That's the other nice thing is people start bringing up their stats from yesteryear and talking about, well, what about this group? What about that group?
Maybe we should have a podcast or something, and we can yap for a couple hours about it.
Well, I'd like to listen to instead of hearing me actually talk about who's got what, I'd rather listen to other people.
Well, have them call in, and let's go from there.
And tell you what their thoughts are. And, of course, it'll depend on the era. There's no doubt about that as well. So you talk about old time with Billy Gay and before him Kenny Holtz. And, heck, I'm sure some guys are still calling out some of the real old-timers out there as well. So, hey, halftime, the Devils got a nice lead, 26-17. We're back more at the halftime, and then it starts the second half. 16 more minutes to go ahead and pull this one out and go to Friday night, and we'll wait to play the winner of East and West. Blue Devil basketball, and it's right here, MeccaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecca Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MeccaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more. If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiberg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up-to-date and thorough. Freiberg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7775 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Back at halftime. Halftimes fly so fast you forget that to call out your sponsor, Freiberg Insurance Agency, your halftime sponsor here. Thank you to the Freiberg Insurance Agency for that. The lead is 26-17 at the half as well. Another half to go. And we'll start the half off with the Blue Devils with the basketball. Checking your lineup out there. Wires, BL3, Louthan, Clay, and Thomas. Same way we started the game.
Yep.
Devils will have the basketball. They'll work right to left on your dial. Wires across the timeline to Clay, skips it over left side, BL3, resets it. Clay starts to make a move on the right wing. Coming back out, we'll get the lineup on the other side for you. Ball was thrown away but kept alive, Keyshawn, but then Panthers do a better job of taking the ball in the half court. In the game right now is Andre Stanley still. Nate Smith.
That's a win right there, 50-50 ball that, Fallon got on the floor, swept it over and, kept possession. Blue Devils got to get after it.
Stanley, Smith, Hunter, Okuro, and Dancy in the lineup for the Panthers with the basketball. Devils standing there man-to-man. 30 seconds into this quarter, the third it is, in the left corner. Dropping it down low. Good job of BL3 playing some good defense straight up. Shot was no good by Dancy, then tracking down the rebound, Mark Louthan.
Good suffocating defense, on that possession for the Devils.
BL3 takes it all the way down. Nice shot off the glass, but a little high. And here comes Stanley the other way, and Stanley takes it all the way in. No foul out there. His first basket of the ball game and the first of the second half. 26-19, Devils still with a 7-point lead. Thomas with the ball in the half-court set. Man-to-man coming from the Panthers. 2 passes, gives it to Wires on the right wing. Dom Clay but comes around the screen. 22-footer, no good. Rebound in the corner, Okuro had it. Louthan came over, knocked it away, so it will be O'Fallon basketball. 6:37 left in the third.
One thing we haven't seen, first couple offensive possessions, getting the ball down to Keyshawn low. He's been open.
BL3 made a good drive all the way to the basket and then put it up way high at that square. Devils in the half-court set. Keyshawn battling through. He's got a curl. Ball goes to Hunter. Wires has him. Hunter has to back it out towards half-court. Okuro tried to flash over, didn't get him the ball. Now he gets it in the left short corner. Keyshawn's on him. Okuro made a good move with a little shoulder, but said, he ain't moving. Now Dom fell asleep on the weak side, and Dom just dozed on that one. Smith gets the basket, and then Dom found himself behind the play and fouled. So it's insult to injury when you lose your man, and then when he gets a basket, you give him an and one. For Dom, it's his second foul, first foul of the second half for either team.
You got to stay focused on what your job is and seeing the ball and your man, at all times on the defensive end.
And the three-pointer completed by Nate Smith. So the first 5 points of the quarter go to O'Fallon. It's 26-22. Blue Devils still with the lead. Inside 6 minutes left in the third. Left side, Dom Clay. Drops it down in the block. Keyshawn kicks it back to the right side. No good for 3. Louthan had the shot from the right side. One and done. Here comes O'Fallon.
And like I say, when Keyshawn's got one-on-one down there on the block, go, 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 go.
24-footer left side. Dancy hits a 24-footer. He had 2 threes in the first quarter. We got a 1-point game, 26-25. First 8 points of the quarter, O'Fallon.
Not the way the Blue Devils want to start third quarter.
Exactly.
They want to do it the other way.
Keyshawn in the short corner on the left side. Goes right side. Wires passes the 3 up this time. Now Wires will take the 3. Front of the iron. Oh, and Cameron gets a break there. Hits the front of the iron and then sneaks over for the 3-pointer. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Seminary Road, 29-25.
Shooter's touch.
Tell you what, we'll take that after that 8-point run starting the quarter off.
Yep.
Inside 5 minutes in the third. Working through the bars here in front of me here. We're standing for the most part in the upper deck. Good defense, Louthan hounding all over. Dancy made a bad pass to a curl. Dom Clay comes away with it. Down to the left corner. BL3, no good for the 3. Bradley fouled his own shot. And then going to the hole, drops it off to Keyshawn, and Keyshawn gets the bucket. Bradley gets the assist. 31-25.
Got to keep pushing the ball at the hole.
Good job breaking out 5 straight points after giving out the first 8 points of the quarter. Halfway through the quarter almost. A curl, check that. Nate Smith on the right side with Clay on him. Back to the top. 3-pointer, good. And possibly a 4. BL3's questioning why it's a 4th and who fouled him. And Bradley was the one right there. Dancy hits it, his 4th 3-pointer of the game. And he's going to have a chance at a 4-pointer here. I didn't see Coach out there, so I couldn't really tell you one way or the other. For Bradley, it's his second. Second foul on the Devils in the third quarter. None on the other side for the Panthers.
Ticky-tacky foul, but.
And that far out, too. A 4-point play. Dancy with that 4-point play makes it a 31-29 game. Devils with the lead and the basketball. Wires lobs it inside. Too high, too far. Coach Bonas is yelling to him.
Not a good angle either.
He's got him set up. I mean, it's a high-low, but it was just thrown way too high.
It was a high-low from, the top of the key instead of the free throw line.
Panthers ball. Devils still lead 31-29. Both teams staying in man-to-man. Devils came out in that 1-2-2 three-quarter court in the first half. BL3's got Dancy. He's got to get a shot off this time. Right short corner of Curl. Thomas has him stopped. He bounces off Thomas every time and almost travels. Here's a cut to the basket. Hunter was making the cut. Tipped out of bounds. Good hands by the Devils. Louthan takes a break. Milton Whitfield back in the game.
2-point lead with 3:30 here in the third. We need to pick it up here on the defensive end.
Referee came in and talked to Curl and Thomas. Neither guy really paid much attention to what he was saying. So there must have been a little banging in there. They're back to action.
Well, yeah.
Dancy with the ball. BL3 right on him. Curl sends it inside. Whitfield. Good defense. Wow, stronger shot there by Andrew Stanley, who put it in, and we're tied 31-31. Devils drop back on the left block. That's Thomas. Thomas working. Got a two-man. Whitfield's on the opposite side. Whitfield got the ball. Point blank. Curl came over to help. Milton traveled. So 3:10 left in the third. 31-31. First 8 points of this quarter. And the last 6 points. The blue-collar four-pointer. Followed by that last bucket. Half-court set. Devils in man-to-man. Curl, left corner. No good on the shot. Thomas gets the rebound. Keyshawn will get it to Cameron inside 3 minutes of the quarter to BL3 in the half-court set. Bradley started to make a move, but nobody really is doing anything. No movement. Keyshawn comes up now to set a screen. Keyshawn slips, not there. BL3 trying to work. Crossover 2 or 3 times. To Wires, back out to Clay. On the perimeter.
Oh, get it to him.
Drops it down into Keyshawn. Whitfield makes a cut to the basket. Oh, almost and hand one. Keyshawn with a great bounce pass. Whitfield, the ball hung on the rim till the last second. Fell off, but Milton will go to the line to shoot 2 and break this tie.
Once again, getting the ball down to Keyshawn on the block, and they double-teamed, and then the movement with Whitfield going to the basket got a good wide-open look.
Milton will have 2. Foul was called on Hunter. First foul in the third quarter on O'Fallon. First one is no good by Whitfield. Dancy comes out now. Eddie Jackson comes back in for O'Fallon. So after Dancy hit that 3 and then the 4-pointer, we've been really in his shorts, really before even on that 4-pointer. Whitfield his next free throw. Milton connects on 1 of 2, regains the lead, 32-31 Blue Devils. Not the close game we won here. Let's get back after it on defense. Curl at half court. Thomas going to stay with him. Passes and then screens away. Hunter with a drive to the basket. Tries to kick it back out. Clay almost steals it. Instead, grabbing the ball and taking the 3 from the outside was Nate Smith. Ball was inside. Good block there by Whitfield. Getting another offensive rebound was O'Fallon. Hunter went from the left to the right, and Whitfield was there to block the shot.
Not a good recipe for victory, giving up offensive rebounds. We got to, get that taken care of here.
And inside, was that an illegal screen here on this wing, Coach? I believe it was. Andre Stanley will commit his 3rd foul. 2nd team foul. Both teams 2-2 with 2:03 left in the third quarter. Coach Muniz discusses with the official.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about, shooting 2, here by the end of the third with it being 2-2.
I would agree, although we've seen some games like that where.
Well, yeah.
But I doubt it.
I mean, we got to get after it here, offensively and defensively.
Ball to the left wing. Dom Clay has it. Took it down to the left corner, brings it back out. Whitfield, top of the key. Crossover dribbles. Whitfield lost the handle on the ball, but he finds Dom Clay in the left corner. 3, no good. Weak side rebound, Keyshawn. Keyshawn brings it out in front. Keyshawn, the short hook, no good. Keyshawn kept it alive. That gave it to Whitfield. Whitfield misses. Tipped up by Whitfield, misses. Keyshawn reaches out. Or no, that was Rico, I believe.
Yep, that's
Rico Clay Jr. reached out with his left hand and tipped the shot in.
I think Keyshawn kept it alive a little bit earlier with the tip. And then Rico got in there with his hand and, 4 or 5 attempts, for the Devils on that possession offensively.
Whitfield was in there too, 34-31. Devils with a 3-point lead. 1:10 left in the quarter. A curl. Hesitation. Drops it into the corner. Shot from the left corner. No good. Three-pointer was taken in the corner by Massey. Devils got the rebound. Dom Clay running. Kicks it out right. Rico gets it back to Whitfield. Whitfield's three. No good. Tipped around inside. And I think this time Rico's going to be called for the foul. He did a great job of tipping that ball to Keyshawn, who was going to take it in for the layup. Rico, his first foul of the ball game. Boy, that last one was really sweet. Reached up through the peoples, and got that left out there for the tip.
Good job, on the offensive glass, the effort. Very good job. What
wow.
we got now?
It's funny. It was called on Rico, and Dom's out ready to get the ball. And the coach finally calls and said, hey, the official says,
timeout.
We got it.
Well, you hope not, and they hand the ball to him, and then you go.
Well, Jalen Hall hadn't been in the game yet, number 15 on the other side.
Because that's happened before, I know.
Oh, we've had some crazy stuff.
A couple times.
54.9 left in the third, 34-31.
You talked to Frank Lolino about that from Westinghouse.
Bringing the ball up will be Hunter. Milton Whitfield guards him. Massey's on the left side. Right side, Eddie Jackson screening for a curl. A curl comes up top, gets the ball.
Hopefully get a stop here, go down and get a bucket and finish up the quarter.
4 out in the perimeter now. A curl comes up top of the key to get the ball. Keyshawn's on him. Just not giving him space where he can work.
Nope.
Early
and that's what you got to do. Keep the body on him.
Early in the game, he got some mood to make those spins. Eddie Jackson brought it in. He was stopped immediately. Down to 17 seconds in the third quarter. A curl back at half court now. Thomas on him. A curl has nowhere to go with it. Good job by Thomas. Down to 10 seconds. A curl starts to make a drive. Oh, and a steal by Rico. 5 seconds. All the way in. Rico throws it down.
Yeah, baby.
Rico takes his time coming down the court. He was anticipating the defense, and you thought he was going to lay it in, and went up and threw it down, folks. Great way to end the third quarter. Rico Clay with the dunk, and it builds up a 36-31 lead through the quarter.
Yeah, great job on the defensive end, stepping in the passing lane, and then finishing it off at the buzzer.
Fourth quarter coming up, and hey, baby, as well. Sing it to yourself if you'd like. We'll be back with that fourth quarter right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Back at Belleville West, fourth quarter's up on the board. 8 minutes left. I'll tell you what, Rico threw that down, and it made me think of what Coach Brunner said before we got to the postseason. A couple things he thought should be key for the Devils. No technicals and no dunks unless you're up by double figures, because they only count for 2 points. But we'll go ahead and say that was okay on that one with Rico. That was a good dunk. 36-31. Panthers will have the ball to start the quarter off. Whitfield, Clay squared, BL3, and Thomas for the Devils on defense, man-to-man. Massey's out there with Dancy back in the game. Nate Smith, Hunter, and Eddie Jackson. And traveling again. Lots of moving, happy feet tonight. More on the Panthers than us. But
good job putting pressure out there on the ball, by Keyshawn. Heck, 35 foot from the basket.
Gotta love those turnovers when they come up there. In the half-court set, Keyshawn off the left side. Whitfield on the left. He made a cut. Keyshawn made a cut. Whipped it by there. That's Whitfield. Just zipped that pass. Luckily, Rico picked it up.
Good patience by the Devils. bring it back out, resetting your offense.
BL3, passed up to 3. Left side Whitfield, Clay as well. 4 on the perimeter now. Rico's at the high post, flashes up to get the ball. Rico looked inside, back out to BL3, good! Patience, Bradley finally set up, squared up nicely off the right side for the three-pointer. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, 39-31. 7 minutes left in this one.
And once again, we got another paint touch on that.
Keep going into Keyshawn, too, I would have to say. Inside, a little bit of a hold there, and I think BL3 shaking his head, so we're assuming that's on Bradley. That'll be his third foul. First in the fourth quarter. They don't have it changed yet on the board. They just put up the team's fourth. It's actually the first. We're only 4 seconds in this quarter. They'll get it adjusted, I'm sure.
Well, a minute and 4.
Oh, that's right. Excuse me.
Yeah, 39-31 with 6:56 left.
Panthers, I believe, dribbled that ball or passed that ball and hit the in line when they were trying to get it in. So Blue Devil basketball.
That's one of those turnovers gives coaches gray hair.
Oh, big time. BL3 started a drive, kicks it back out to Rico. He'll get it to Dom. Dom crossover. Rico did release. Oh, and then
Great
they got
pass.
into. He waited, and Dom waited until the defense relaxed, and Rico repositioned himself. Dom gets the assist. Rico gets the basket, and we've opened up a 10-point lead, 41-31, as we start out with the first 5 points of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, good job of, opening it up here, and starting out defensive end and then, getting good looks, in the offensive end.
Belleville East and Belleville West will play the game right after this at 7:30. Of course, West is hosting, but they are the 6 seed. East is the 4 seed. Probably catch a little bit of that here. It's not really I say the Blue Devils probably definitely have the most crowd so far. We're not playing West yet. If West can't.
West and the East say they should, have a good crowd here tonight to watch.
You would hope so. You would definitely hope so. 6:37 left, 41-31. We've only went one time into Keyshawn in the third quarter. Wires hit the three-pointer from outside. Then we had 2 other baskets, both by Rico. And that was the last one. Was an awesome play there, as Dom just waited, backed up, and waited for the defense to relax a second, and then went right back into Rico for the easy layup. Boy, that third quarter, the three-pointer by Dancy, the four-pointer by Dancy, and Nate Smith with a blue-collar 3. So we fouled around the basket a little bit too much on that one. Panthers have the basketball. Devils back in the man-to-man set. Keyshawn doing a great job against the curl. Clay now out on Eddie Jackson. Oh, and he passes it right on the other lane. Rico's there. Wow, okay, I thought they missed that. Rico was going in. Eddie Jackson just pushed him. And so Rico will go in. That was so funny. Rico played such good defense. He jumped the passing lane that when they passed it, it looked like they were passing it to Rico.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, good communication by the Devils, on the defensive end. When they pick the ball up, you're hearing dead, and then people are, stepping up, getting the passing lanes, then going the other way for easy transition looks.
Rico hits the first one. He'll have one more. Eddie Jackson, his first foul. And the first foul for the Panthers in the fourth quarter, 1 on each. Second one good. Rico 2 for 2. He's got 8 points tonight coming off the bench. 43-31. Little full court pressure. And a timeout quickly as the Devils had the pressure. Keyshawn guarding the ball. 6:20 left. Quincy High 43, O'Fallon 31. Back with more on mechasportsco.com.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Nobody's at the house.
And we're back here. Hey, baby. That's what it normally would be like. And of course, that's at the start of the fourth quarter. 6:20 left. 43-31. Devils are going to come out into some man-to-man full court. Eddie Jackson will be bringing it up. Dom Clay will pick him up. at the timeline. Clay pushes him back to the middle. Backdoor cut. Nate Smith was there.
Charge.
Wow, Keyshawn did a great job of moving his feet. I'm not sure he got to that point, though, but we're going to give Keyshawn the hats off. And the Jeremiah, that's the offensive charge. We don't see a lot of them these days. And, of course, Muniz said that he was leaning in on that one, but he beat him to the point. Foul was called against Nate Smith. He saw him going. Keyshawn saw and said, hey, I know where I got to be, and did a good job. 2 fouls now against O'Fallon. 6 minutes left. Right side pass. Dom, 3, no good. Dom followed his own shot and got it. Dom backs it out to reset. Spin move against Dancy. Bounces it inside. Whitfield throws it down but misses. Ball goes into the corner. Keyshawn grabbed it, thought it was knocked away. Good pass, and Milton was up with 2 hands to throw it down.
Yeah.
But back to Coach Brenner said, it's for 2 points, no dunks. That makes you a 14-point game when you have those. Across the timeline, here's Hunter for O'Fallon. Passed up his screen. Rico was right there. Rico came up, jumped it, and he had the ball. Ball bounced funny, though. Rico couldn't grab it out of bounds, so O'Fallon will have it. 5:38 left in this ball game. Left side, Massey being guarded by BL3. First cut was Nate Smith. He thought that Rico was hanging on him. Okuro pulls up, 16-footer, no good. Good job by Rico getting up there, but couldn't bring it down. Rico's up there with Dom. They were both there grabbing the ball, but it was at the peak of their jump. So they lost the handle to Brenton Hunter. Ball went out of bounds. It's O'Fallon's basketball. Hunter almost has it taken away by Thomas. To the left side, Eddie Jackson. Back to the top, Dom Clay, and Dom gets just enough of it. And Nate Smith can't bring it in. It touches him. Blue Devil basketball.
Dom got a fingertip on it, and so did the O'Fallon kid, and went off the O'Fallon kid last, so Blue Devil basketball.
Approaching 5 minutes left in this ball game. Stick around for the post game, brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. Also, we'll have the player of the game, and we'll also do coach's comments. Ball goes inside, come back out. Great play there. Ball went inside, it went right back out. Rico had the ball, then went with a behind-the-back pass. Keyshawn was cut into the basket. Give Keyshawn the basket. Give Rico a great assist. Three-pointer no good. Tipped out in the far corner. Great job there of Keyshawn, hunting it down. He got it to BL3. It's 45-31, by the way. BL3 through the legs. Couple crossovers. Now he's going to back it out with 4:30 and counting. No hurry. Now BA3 takes it all the way to the hole. Misses. Weak side and the putback. Rico Clay Jr. Bradley went hard to the hole, and Rico was there. And we've got a fourth quarter run of 11 points. It's built up a 47-31 lead. Timeout, O'Fallon. We'll take one, too. We're back with the last 4:20 here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at MeccaSportsCo.com, on YouTube at YouTube.com/@MeccaSportsCo, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/MeccaSportsCo. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
16.
Back with the timeout. 4:20 left in this one. 47 for the Devils, 31 for the Panthers. Good quarter here, Coach. We talked about defense, first of all. 12 points we gave up in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter, 4 in the third quarter, and we have not allowed a score yet in the fourth quarter. It keeps getting better.
Hey, I tell you what, when this group gets after it, it helps our offense, too, because they're getting deflections, they're getting out. It's not the dead ball turnovers. It's the live ball turnovers where they get the deflections, get in the passing lane, go down to the other end, get easy looks with the 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 3-on-1s.
And I believe this is the first time for any of these guys to play on this floor in 4 years. I've not been here, so I don't think they have either in the schedule. We played them usually up at Collinsville. Full court pressure. Keyshawn in the backcourt on a curl. Ball across the timeline now. Dancy made a roll. Good hands by BL3 because Massey was down low, but Massey had Rico in front of him, so 4:08 will be.
Good cover on the defense there. Yeah, you know what I mean? Even though we got the deflection, we had to cover up if we didn't get the deflection.
Massey up hop. Nate Smith over to the left corner. After 3 passes, Hunter's 3, no good. Long rebound. 4 Devils were in there. Massey was still there for O'Fallon. Inside, 4 minutes left on this one.
Well, and the clocks are friends. So, basically pull it out, run your stuff, get good looks at the basket.
Winner of this plays at 7 o'clock on Friday. Oh, a great spin by Keyshawn. Took the ball to the hole about 8 feet from the basket with a spin move all the way to the hole for a score. Nice job, Keyshawn, and the run 13 continues.
Drury's going to like that next year.
Hunter misses the shot. It was good defense by the Devils.
Oh.
Rebounded, and Milton throws the ball up. Keyshawn, you got to get that ball. It was only 15 feet over your head. Keyshawn was wide open. Milton put a little zip on that thing.
Now Key has worked on his vertical jump, but it's not quite that yet.
Exactly. 3:23 left, 49-31. Devils by 18. Okuro will bring it up. Defense the key for the Devils again tonight. Makes a jump pass in the corner, and taking his time to take that shot was Dancy. But you take that kind of time, and Milton Whitfield will block the shot out of bounds.
Once again, defense is all effort, and that was a good job of effort, by the Blue Devils, especially Whitfield going for the block in the corner.
Panthers had the ball, trying to work too much one-on-one against the Devils. Okuro in the right corner. Okuro waiting. Thomas was there. Once everybody got away from him, he still had Thomas in front of him, stopping him.
Yeah, Rico got out the way, and then all of a sudden you looked up and, I got Thomas here.
Guess I'm not going anywhere. Thomas playing Okuro. He got him in the air. Shot from the baseline, good. Okuro had to work for that basket. First 2 baskets in the first quarter, and he hasn't scored since. That score broke in the 13-point run of the Devils. It's 49-33.
Good defense, very good defense on that possession, but better offense.
He finally got Keyshawn up in the air, and then Keyshawn still recovered.
Yep.
Dom, a pick and roll, but the pass was over Rico's head.
Oh.
Long pass. Great job there. Rico got up in the air, and the ball bounced up to him, so he got the steal. Bradley Loncourt across the timeline. Getting close to 2 minutes left in this one. Comes to the left side, Dom Clay. Dom starts to make a drive, gets all the way in, drops it off to Whitfield. Whitfield hands it off to Rico. It comes back out. Keyshawn takes the 3. Good! Nobody wanted to do anything inside. Keyshawn said, hey, if you're not going to let me have the ball inside, I'll take the shot outside. Hits the 3-pointer, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Seminary Road. 52-33. Defense, Keyshawn all over a curl behind the line. BL3, Dom. 3 of them came at him, and it looked like a wild animal was in trouble, and everybody else started to pile on. You had Keyshawn out there hounding him. BL3 came out. Dom came out, and they will call a foul on BL3. It'll be his 4th foul. 3 of those in the second half. And only the second for both teams here in the 4th quarter. So substitution now. Jareus Rice Jr. comes in. Everybody else stays out there. BL3, Keyshawn Thomas, Milton Whitfield, and Rico Clay Jr. On the other side, substitution. Number 11 into the game, TJ Kaysen. Eddie Jackson stays in the game. Pedro Wilson comes in, first time tonight. Gavin Clausen as well. So let's share it on the other side. Max Wires in the ball game. And one more on the other side, Calvin Dees. BL3 still out there, as well as Milton. So I'd imagine the next dead ball, Bradley's coming out. 1:41 left, 52-33. Devils comfortable lead now.
We weren't so comfortable earlier, though.
And on the right side, here's those hands. Whitfield tips the pass, and Wilson tips it as well. Last touch by Wilson from O'Fallon, and it's Blue Devil basketball. Avion Tate checks in. Rico checks out. So Rice Jr., Tate, Wires. Trace Root came in as well. And Milton Whitfield. Trace will bring the ball down across the timeline. Where's the little left tape on his wrist? Inside, tipped out. Intended for Ruth. Picking the ball up is O'Fallon in the half-court set. Devils will stay with this group man-to-man as well. 1:20 left. On the perimeter is Dees. Shot, no good. Rice started to hunt down there. And out of bounds. And I congratulate Jarius on his signing to Iowa Western. I guess that's a junior college team is what he told me. I did not realize that. You always think of Iowa Wesleyan. Jacob Salisbury in the game. Milton Whitfield will check out. Whitfield off the bench with 5 points. As we approach 1 minute left in this one. Coach Pettit and I will wrap it up in the post game. We'll hear from Coach. Talk about, hey, coming back here on Friday. Just 2 days away. Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. I won't sing it to you now. Wires for 3. Max misses. Our fans were even here. They heard the O. Max has got a good fan base no matter where he goes. Right side three-pointer, no good by O'Fallon. Shot was taken out there by Kaysen. 39 seconds left. Another three-pointer. This one's going to be good. And that was TJ Kaysen. Hit the bucket. He tried the first time. He gets one the second time. 52-36. Down to 25. Left side Wires. Backing it out. Max, crossover dribble. Fakes the Tate. Goes all the way to the basket. Off the glass. Max Wires. Hesitation dribble. Looking like BO3 out there. Takes it all the way for the score. Other end, the steal. 6 seconds left. Wires looking to give it to somebody. Oh, he gave it to Tate. Tate fakes. And a good job of not taking the shot. He was point blank, but decided to back it out. And the final buzzer. And the fourth quarter was the key, although the second, third, and fourth quarter of defense set the stage for this one.
Well, yeah, they started getting after it after the first quarter. And, it was, one of those things to where, they strangled, excuse me, but, they strangled, O'Fallon offensively, and didn't give them any good looks and, made sure they were one and done. And when, they got the ball, with the deflections on the other end, went down, got the easy looks on the offensive end, on the transition offense, whether it be a fast break or, the secondary breaking, getting good looks, from three-point land.
Well, as we know, Coach, you get in the first game, it's the postseason, anything can happen. I mean, everybody is on their last, it's one and done. You survive and advance or you go home, so there's nothing to leave in the locker room or anywhere else. I mean, you leave it all out on the floor. So you expect their best game, and all season long we expect it when you're one of the top teams in the state that everybody's going to bring their A game.
Well, and, this is the first of 7. You know what I mean? The way you look at it, you got 2 in the regionals, 2 in the sectionals, 1 in the supers, and then, 2 at state. So this is the first game of 7. So you definitely want to be getting better, each and every time and making sure that last game you play, is your best of the year.
Well, that'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Stick around, though. We've got the Hardy's post-game show. We'll talk to Coach as well, Coach's comments, and we'll pick our player of the game. But your final score here at Belleville West, the opening round of 4A regionals, it's your Quincy High Blue Devils. I almost had to look back up, but 54. O'Fallon, 36. They already took it off the board up there, too, Coach. 36.
It's already gone.
36. Good job, Blue Devils, and it's Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
For many, your home and auto are 2 of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiberg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7775 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage, egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome to the Hardee's postgame show. Devils with the victory here, 54-36, advance, now 28-3. O'Fallon goes home 9-22 on the season. A lot different than some of their earlier seasons as well. So the Devils with the victory here. Lots of good stuff today. Actually, congratulations, Grandma Lisa and Grandpa Pettit, Coach Pettit, Grandpa Coach, as your fourth granddaughter today, just 4 or 5 hours ago, right?
Well, actually, I think it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning, that everything happened. But, yeah, I mean, granddaughter number 4, the harem grows.
And that's Courtney's, right?
No, that's Carly's.
That's right. I had Courtney in my mind because I wanted to give her a good job on the ads that she's done and tried to bring them in segue, and I guess I blew that one. Courtney, work on your next one. No? Yes? Good stuff out here. And by the way, congratulations up there, too. That's awesome. Here's how the game opened up. It was 5-0 O'Fallon. O'Fallon had a 10-5 lead. Devils ran off 10. It was 15-10. First quarter, 16-12. Devils with the lead. Second quarter, very small little lines on my running score here, as we only had a 10-5 game. The Keos, the Devils had the 10 and the 5 on the other side. So follow that. After giving up 12 in the first quarter, Devils only give up 5 in the second quarter. But they give up the first 8 points to start the third quarter off. It's 26-25. Devils bounce back with a three-pointer and a bucket, 31-25. But then we give up a three-point blue collar and a bucket, and we were tied at 31 apiece, Coach, in the third quarter. Devils, though, would run out the last 5 points in the quarter to lead 36-31. And then the fourth quarter, 13 straight points. If you go back to that other 5, that's an 18-point run unanswered. It was 49-31, a lead of 18. And then we basically just shared baskets back and forth. Max Wires hitting the last basket, and it was 54-36. So, again, you mentioned 5 points in the second quarter you gave up, 4 in the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter, pretty well had them shut down and gave up only 5. And, of course, that was all late in the quarter after this one was already put away.
Well, when you said it best there, it was 31-31. Then all of a sudden, it was, shut down. To the point where they didn't score at all, for probably about a quarter, maybe a quarter and a couple of minutes. That's kind of defense you got to play, and, as you keep going in the playoffs, you're going to have to pick that up again, and keep that going, in order to be successful, because playoff basketball is a different bird. You know what I mean? It's a lot more physical. And the team that defends the best, is going to win the ball games probably 95% of the time.
Well, the Devils moved the ball inside early in the ball game. We went to Keyshawn, as we should, going into Keyshawn. And Keyshawn in that first quarter had 2 blue-collar 3 attempts, made 1 of 2. He was on the free throw line that first quarter, as he had 3 for 6. Second quarter, he had a blue-collar 3. So, okay, now he's got 2 out of 3 blue-collar 3s. At the half, he comes in with 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 points. And then we don't go to him hardly at all in the third quarter. We get him 1 bucket. And then the fourth quarter, he got a couple buckets and a three-pointer. As everybody was passing the ball around, he decided, hey, I'm going to hit this one. But at least we started at that point. And then the defense from that point on really, Coach, dictated when we were getting steals and getting the fast break buckets.
Well, the defense and the when you get those live turnovers and you go down, and you convert on them, on your, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 3-on-1s, which, we did several times, when we built that up from, only, 3, 4, 5 point lead up to, 12, 14, made it very tough for them to come back, and get after it. It's that's the way you do games. your defense turns into easy offense.
And, of course, we got to the free throw line. Not as much as I think we'd like to. We got there early. And I think we thought we were going to keep going in there, and then we stopped. We did go 7 for 11. On the other side, only 2 for 4. So you gained 5 points there. We covered up the defense after Dancy hit those couple threes. Dancy had 2 threes in the first, a 3 in the third, and a 4 in there. So he had lit them up there. And, hey, let's look at the box score here real quick. First of all, for O'Fallon Panthers, 9 and 22. They were led by Jaden Dancy. That's the guy who hit 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. He had a 3-pointer and a 4-pointer in the third quarter, so he had 15 points. Then you got to drop down to Ben O'Curl, the big guy. He got 2 buckets early and had won the rest of the game, shut down mainly by Keyshawn with help from others, including Rico Clay Jr., 6 points from him, 5 points from Nate Smith, 4 points out of Andre Stanley, 3 by TJ Kaysen. That was the last 3 in the fourth quarter. And 3 points out of Sutton Massey. In the ballgame but not scoring was Eddie Jackson. Also late, Pedro Wilson, Gavin Clausen came in the game late. TJ Casson, we mentioned he made a bucket. Calvin Dees also in, starting the game and not scoring, Brenton Hunter, and also Eric Swartz. That rounds out O'Fallon. On the other side, the Blue Devils are now 28 and 3. Led in scoring, Keyshawn inside, 21 points on the night. 10 from Bradley Longcord III. He had 2 threes. 10 from Rico Clay Jr. off the bench. Had a good night. 6 from Cameron Wires. Cameron with 2 3-pointers when he did shoot, and I kind of forgot he had, well, the one I missed and almost gave it to Dom, I believe, on that one. 5 points out of Milton Whitfield off the bench. Also 2 from Max Wires. Hesitation dribble, takes it to the hole for the layup to score. Also in the game, Jarius Rice Jr. got in. Jacob Salisbury came in late in the game. Trace Ruth got the ball game at the end. Dom Clay did not have to score tonight. I forgot about him. He did not score, but he played good out there. Mark Louthan, another starter who did not score. Avion Tate, and that rounds out your lineup. So that's pretty good when you can have, especially Dom didn't get any scoring in, which kind of shocked me because in the action, it felt like he is in the flow of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things to where, the Devils have, several different, offensive options, going into games. And, there may be a game where, we've had games where BL3 only had 2 points, 4 points, whatever, and everybody else has picked it up, and, we've been very successful. So, it's one of those things to where, he doesn't have to get 14 to 18 every night. He gets out there, plays his good, solid defense, and then, is in the flow of the game and, does his job. Even though he's not hitting shots, shoot, they're still going to be successful.
He had some good looks tonight, too, and he actually had a couple drives to the basket. Balls came off, and that's when Rico hit the boards. And if you get Rico 10 and Whitfield 5, you get that 15 points off the bench when they come in. It's nice because when you get them in, you're really looking for offense, but you're looking for the defense.
Yeah.
You're looking for Whitfield's touching. You're looking for Rico to get rebounds and play good defense. So that's our focus when they come in. But when they can score 2, that's a sweet thing.
So how many did they end up with?
36.
36, and they had 12 in the first. So we gave them, 24 points the last 3 quarters?
5, 4, 5, 14.
14, okay.
That's good stuff there, Coach.
That's great stuff.
I tell you.
You know what I mean? And defense travels. So, if they keep getting it after like that on the defensive end, this team's going to have a chance, to, go as far as they have, in their 4 years here at Quincy High School.
Well, you talk, Coach, that defense is the key there because when you're slipping on offense a little bit, as we had a little lull there, especially that second quarter, only 10 points. I say only 10. I think we both say only 10 because we know we have more power than that. But if you're shutting down guys on defense, kind of got the Lincoln theory here. Coach Alexander, and we just got to score, give them 1 less point than we have.
Well, and Lincoln's one of those teams that, when you look at them playing close to the vest and, making sure, they're in the ball game at the end. That's all they're looking at doing. And, and that's a team that beat Rock Island here about a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, 42-41. So, a dangerous team. And, if we can bring that mentality, with our offensive, firepower, I think we'll be okay.
Indeed. And yes, Shuck Daddy, you are right. I agree with you on that one. But we'll have a lot of people making those comparisons. And now everybody's going, what was he talking about? Just talking about the different eras in there and how we, everybody starts comparing different eras in that. And when you're that far, apart, 40-some years, only those who maybe were there, and really, as Kevin DeForest once said, I think it'd be a good game right now because the 81 team is in their 60s. Hey, there we go. Hey, it's post-game. We're going to take a break, come back with the player of the game, and we'll wait for Coach coming down the way in a second here as the Devils, with a big victory here, 54-36, will advance to Friday night. And that game on Friday is at 7 o'clock, and it'll be the winner of this game here. We're waiting for Belleville East and Belleville West right here on this floor. Taking a break, back with more, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiberg Insurance at 217-224-7775 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood. Mecca Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecca Sports Co., MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at MeccaSportsCo.com for the full game schedule and more.
And welcome back. Post-game show. We're going to pick a player of the game, but before we get to that player of the game, Coach Douglas is going to be here. We'll have a chance to talk to him. Of course, Coach's comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. And with us now, Andy Douglas. And, Coach, as we always talk, post-game, everybody starts from scratch. Everybody has nothing to lose. And so you lay it all out there on the line. We do advance. That's the key. And I think the biggest key there is the defense. You look at first quarter, we gave up 12. We gave up some three-pointers there. Then we ended up giving up 5 in the second quarter, 4 in the third quarter, and 5 in the fourth quarter. That's how you take care of business.
Yeah, no, great effort defensively. Guys came out. We wanted to put a little more pressure on them, especially off the basketball. We always want to stay in gaps, but to stop penetration. But you want to be in the gap to take away easy passes too. And we forced their guys into making plays under pressure, and it turned out well for us.
Well, of course, Okoro was not a bad ball player early in the game. He had a couple good spin moves. Keyshawn just pretty well stopped him. He could not. Well, when he did run into him, it was like running into a wall.
Right.
Okoro had nowhere to go with it, and I thought we really shut him down. And Keyshawn with starting there, and of course then we started going inside to him too. So Keyshawn was doing it both sides of the ball for us.
Yeah, and he has to. I mean, he's a guy that has a high motor. He can do a lot of things out there, and we trust him to guard like this all the time. And he was solid for us. Rico Clay came in. I thought Rico was a difference maker in the game for us. I mean, obviously the steal and dunk at the end of the quarter was huge, but everything that he provided. I mean, he was an energy guy when we needed him to be. I mean, he was great tonight.
Yeah, and, basically you look at this, you guys finished the game off.
Yeah.
Especially in fourth quarter, you came out and it's like, okay, they were within 12, I think, something like that. And you guys said, no, it's over with, and you shut them down. And, your transition offense off of your defense, I thought was tremendous tonight.
Yeah, I mean, when the ball moves, we're pretty good. And the ball stuck a lot. Tried to make one-on-one moves, which you're going to get, but we want to get those to our offense. And we have plenty. I tell the guys, we have given you more freedom than I've ever been comfortable enough to give a team. And, with that comes responsibility. And I thought we struggled offensively early on, but, as the game kind of progressed, the ball moved. We got any look that we wanted, we got when we executed, and we're able to keep that lead and then pull away from it.
Well, like Coach said there, it was 31-31. And then at the end of the third quarter, That's when we ran off those last 5 points, carried that into the fourth quarter, 18 straight points unanswered. And while we're doing that, that's what that defense we talked about there before. It all came together right then.
Yeah, no, it was a great effort. Obviously, you're going to have to play through. That's why we talk about being mentally tough as much as we talk about being physically tough, because you're coming to the point of the season where everybody's fighting for their last breath. You know, they're fighting for that next game. O'Fallon did the same thing. The next game is going to be the same thing from here on out. Nobody wants their season to end. At least not too many teams want their season to end. So you know you're going to get people's best fight. You got to be able to handle runs made by other teams, big shots made by other teams, other guys that, you know, normally don't do anything, stepping up and starting to knock down shots. You got to be able to handle those things and stay strong mentally. And we had our moments tonight, but that last group in there, they played their butts off.
You know, I also had to say, for a moment there, I thought, why is he putting in Bradley at the very end of the game? The guy makes a move. He makes a little shake. He crosses over. Then I realized it was Max Wires taking the ball at the hole.
Yeah, Max is good to see, man. He's a fan favorite no matter where he goes.
And you could tell that we knew our fans were here, because when he made that score, it was almost like a home game minus the students right behind you.
The Belleville West student section picked up in our students' place. They all were cheering for him.
Well, big key here. Now we get a rest a couple days, come back Belleville East, Belleville West. And I think, you know, as we talked about throughout the last couple years, we'll watch, we'll scout, but it really comes down to what we do and taking care of business.
Yeah, no, we got to come out a little better from the start. You know, next game, obviously, playing these two teams, regardless of who wins, it's pretty much a home game for them. So got to be ready to go. Quick turnaround, you know, only one day to get prepared, and or a night and a day to get prepared, but we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, and I tell you what, great atmosphere here. Get some rest. Get ready to go.
Yep. Appreciate you guys.
Sounds like a winner there.
Thank you.
And that's Coach Andy Douglas. Of course, his coach's comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai. When we come back, more of the post-game show right here on mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7775 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
And we're back in the post-game show, brought to you by Hardee's. We thank Coach for his comments there, and we missed him before the ball game. You know, when you get down here, you know, easy way to get over here to Belleville West. The old school used to be down on the main street. This one's on the southwest side, so you got to find a highway to get you there a little easier. But they got in, they were in the locker room, and they didn't break from the locker room until there was 15 minutes up on the clock, and it was counting. So that's why you got Coach and I on the pregame today. We'll definitely get Coach tomorrow. There's Douglas on the postgame there, or the pregame, excuse me. Well, I tell you what, defense was the key out there. Defense from everybody, but I thought Keyshawn shut down Okuro. I thought he had a nice offensive night as well. And Rico, with his off-the-bench energy and 10 points, you could possibly put him in there. But Keyshawn definitely needs to be a player of the game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Rico's got a, honorable mention on this one. But Keyshawn set the tone early, getting the ball, offensively the first half, and getting the ball game started, and then, his defense on Okuro, shutting him down to 6 points, for the game, and he gets 21. He did it on both ends of the floor, so I have to agree, Keyshawn's your Mecca Sports Co. player of the game.
Indeed, and Rico, you got the attaboy, because you did.
Honorable man. Well, yeah, I mean, he did a great job, too. And he's going to be big, throughout this playoff run, coming off the bench. So keep your head up, and, maybe you'll get it next time. Hey, you know what I mean? So keep working at it.
And I guess You got the dunk, too, and that was nice.
Oh,
he
that
threw
was
that
beautiful.
one down here.
Well, that was a big, uplifter, for the team, when they were making their move and pushing the lead out. That was a big part of the momentum, him getting that dunk.
Into the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, there was a big, big run there, as you mentioned, Coach. 13 points unanswered, and you built the lead up to 49-31 on that one. That was some good stuff here. Win in advance, Coach. Survive in advance, and yes, they do, and wish the best of luck to all those other teams out there, too.
So that means we'll be back here on Friday, right?
Indeed, at 7 o'clock, and, of course, 7 o'clock's the game time. We'll be here at 6:45, and we'll wait for the winner of the Belleville East and West. And then on the other side, Edwardsville, Granite City just finished their game. No score yet, but I got a feeling Edwardsville won that one easily. They're a very good ball team. Granite City's just down. Alton against Collinsville, and then that winner will play on Friday at Alton, and then we'll see everybody at Collinsville for the sectional.
Well, and we're kind of hoping Collinsville doesn't get there because Collinsville at home, with the home court advantage, played there with the Purple Indian on the center court. Shoot, I don't think I want to do that, to be honest with you. I don't care, how good of a team I am, but, them getting out of their regional is going to be tough this year.
And we always like for Collinsville to root for us. Well, we're the only ones left in there. We've kind of built up a relationship there, and I think sometimes that does happen, especially.
No, that's just like Rock Island and Moline.
Well, those guys will root for us, too, and we'll root for those guys when they're playing in another bracket, and we'll leave that over there. So, Coach, it was a great one here tonight. Good victory as we'll move on to Friday night. Last thoughts?
Well, hey, I tell you what, once again, like I told Coach, get home, get off your feet. I think they've got a pretty good idea of Belleville East, Belleville West, because we saw East down in Collinsville. So I think they've got a pretty good idea. They just want to get a thought process of what they're going to do on Friday. Get them home, get them rest, hydrate them, come in tomorrow and do a lot of mind stuff, and okay, here's what they're going to do. Here's what we got to do. Get some shots up and then get ready to come out Friday night. And cut down the nets down there at Belleville West and add that to your collection.
And I will say, Coach, if they play the defense they played tonight, it's key. And when you can play that kind of defense, if your offense is down, watch out when it comes and loosens up because then you're on a roll.
Well, defense wins ships. No ifs, ands, or buts. The teams that play the best defense usually win championships. And when this team gets after it and has the effort on the defensive end, they're worthy of that consideration.
Well, thank you, Coach, on a great night tonight. We've got another one coming up. It's Wednesday. It seems weird because we're usually doing so many games. I don't know what day it is, but we play again. That'll be Friday night, 7 o'clock right here at Belleville West. Can't wait. It'll be against one of these two teams, and you'll know as we'll post that out there as well. For Coach Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. Blue Devils win right here tonight. Good job in the opening round. Great on defense. Just enough on offense. The final score, your Quincy High Blue Devils 54, the O'Fallon Panthers 36, and this has been Blue Devil Basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiberg Insurance at 217-224-7775 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.